Okay, my dear class, today lecture will be about chapter number 7, part 1, which is about sampling design. Okay, further contents related with the chapter number 7, definition. Okay, Manila, we will cover in today lectures. Okay, sampling. So first topic of today lecture is about the sampling. Okay, the subset, we are sometimes we also saying the subset of the populations. No, what is the populations? Okay, we have to define first populations. The process of selecting a sufficient number of elements from the populations so that the result from analyzing the sample are generalized to the populations. Or we maybe in other words we can say the subset, the small part of the population, total population. What is the populations? Okay, before further discussion, you must know how to represent the populations, and this slide we also can discuss in the data analysis chapter later, maybe in the coming lectures. But some a few information for you how to represent the population mean with mu. Okay, okay, mu. For the population standard deviation, we can the lowercase sigma, sample mean, and also most of words using for the population represent with the capital, okay, higher case, capital N, and the sample size we can represent with the small, maybe a small n. Okay, later these slides only for the information in today's lectures. Later in the further lectures, which will be about data analysis, we will have a detailed discussion on these samples, on these calculations. Okay, let's discuss first the population. Main things is the first number one in the sampling design. Number one is the population. What is the population? Refer to the entire group of the people, events, or the things of the interest that the researcher wishes to investigate. Okay, I'm giving to get. I have an example for you. Suppose in your project you are conducting your research in different universities. Suppose in case of in your group, what is your research project? By the way, may I know your research project? Group number 7. Probably employee performance. May I know the university? May I know the huh? UPSI. Yeah, Perak. UPSI, Perak, right? So
No, please.
UPSI in Perlis? No, in Perak.
I think yeah, sorry, sir.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Okay, so you are going to conduct a research in UPSI. Okay, you will, employee performance. You will have take the all employees of UUM. Oh, sorry, UPSI. It means all employees of UPSI will be your populations. Okay, the population, all employees. Okay, it will be your populations. Okay, because you are going to measure, you are going to see the employee performance. So even from vice chancellors to the administration staff, the lower, even the clerk, all are included, faculty, all are included in employee performance. So this will be your populations, all employees of the UPSI. Okay, then the element, who will be the element? An element is a single member of the population. Maybe employee will be the element. Na? The all employees will be population. One employee will be the element of the population, which is representing the all populations. Okay, the sample is a subset of the population in comprising some members. It means one of the group. Maybe you cannot take the all employees for the responses. Okay, I will tell you how to select the sample size. Okay, or maybe you will choose only the one group among the whole employees, and that group will be your sample. Okay, and that group will represent the whole employees. I mean represent the whole population. Okay, the subject, yeah, another one. The subject, the group means sample. Here, the subject single member of the sample, just element is a single member of population. Okay, like this la. Element means single member of the whole population, and the single member of the sample called subject. And the sampling frame. Okay, the sampling frame. Later we also will discuss. Sampling frame is about which population the population which has all detail mean name, phone number, each and everything. Basically, sampling frame divided into two types, maybe population divided in two types, maybe random, or might be we can say probability sampling, and the other the non-random or the non-probability. Non-probability mean if we have a details of the population, we can say this is the probability sampling, probability population, and we also can say this is the sampling frame. If we don't have a number, each and everything about detailed information, okay, we cannot say this is the sampling frame. We also can say non-random population. For the non-random population, we have a different techniques. For the random population, we have a different techniques. Further, we will have a more discussion in the further slides as well. Okay, sampling unit, the element or the set of element that are available for selection in some stage of sampling process. Okay, here. See, one of the picture for you people. One of the picture for your more understanding. See, the whole employees. These are the whole employees. See, this is the population, total population, population. See, the circle representing or taking the whole population. See, whole employees of UPSI. Then this one person is the element, and now we are going to choose the one group among the whole population. This group will represent to sample, and among of one member of sample is called subject. Understand? Although what is the sampling frame? See here, if population has name, email address, contact number, all detail. Okay, how many? If we have a numbers, we know we have a 300 employees. It means this is a random population. If we don't know how many employees in the UPSI, we cannot say this is the random. See here, see 5,000 employees. They have total number. Okay, so this is the sampling frame, and the sampling unit, this one la. Maybe the set of elements. The set of elements also called the sampling units. Discuss one by one here. Okay, again in detail. Theoretically, we are going to explain more in detail. Population is the research refer to complete group of people. Complete group of people. Like in UPSI, in case of UPSI, we will not take a student. Understand? Because our target population is employee. So we will take the whole, we will consider all employees of UPSI. Okay, then this will be your population. Maybe your research on student, like e-learning is belong to the student. Other groups doing on the e-learning, na? Okay, then they will choose the all student of UPSI, and the student will be the population for their study. Understand? Teacher, manager, customer, or institution in householder. This is an example of the population. See, these all are populations, and might be you can select only one group among of all population will be your sample. Okay, population sample element. See, one person. Every individual are representing population element. Understand? See here, refer to individual member in the population. Example, if usual student are the population of the study, the population element would be an individual student. Like Xu Xiang is a one element of the population. Okay, Joseph will be a one element of the population. Like Petrus, every individuals. Okay, got it? Advantage of the sampling. Why? Because why we cannot choose the all population? Why we cannot choose the all employees? Why we cannot take the response from the all employees? You know why? Because why we are going to one group among the all peoples? You know why? Because less cost. If we will choose the whole population, will be more hectic for us. Understand? Maybe we will need more time. We will need more expense. Understand? So samples. Maybe sample is the best example, best technique to do the research. Less error due to the less fatigue, less time also, and the distraction, maybe no conflict among the elements as well. and we cannot face the ignorance from the element as well. You can contact very easily with the element as well. Okay. Sense in sampling and other, see, you also can see this whole circle belong with the population, but the one group among a population will be a sample. Senses and the sampling, what is the difference between the senses and the sampling? If you will take, if you will choose the all employees, if you will get the responses from the all population, will be senses. If you will choose one group for your response, will be your sample. Understand? Basically, why we are discussing population and sample like this, because we have to get the response. We have to collect the data from the respondent. Understand? So population means all employees of OPSI, but we don't have so much time to get the response from the all population, all employees of the OPSI. That's why we are going to choose a sample from the all employees, maybe one group means sample. It's easy for us. If we have a time, or we can get the responses from the all employees, then we can say census. Very simple. Okay. Basically, when is the sampling not used? Suppose when we must use census, when we must use sample. Okay, there is some cases. Suppose here, usually a population size of fewer than 50, maybe all population is 50, then very easy to cover the whole population because number is only 50. Then we cannot go for sample again. I'm going to get the I'm going to choose a sample among of 50 members. Already researcher will say, okay, you have a very small population. Then no need for the group from the small population. Just choose the all employees. So in this case, we can use census. Okay, the others mean is, it is also appropriate to do the census study. Example, suppose the target population is health tourism hospitals in the Malaysia. The sampling frame list is the 41 health tourism hospitals, meaning the total population is 41, okay, which is less than 50, or even which is less than 300, still we can go for whole population. The population size is small. See here, population size is small now, suggesting that a census study is possible and all 41 hospitals should be surveyed in the census study. Okay, in what cases we can go for the sample here? When is sampling used? If population is big, maybe in 1,000. Suppose when we hardly know how makes up the entire population, we cannot cover the whole entire population. That's why we can go for sampling. When there are a cost and the time, yes, might be we can get the responses from the all employees of OPSI, but we don't have time, so much time. Even we don't have so much money because we can stay there for many days like this. Okay, so that's why in this case also we are going to choose the sample. And when there's a lot of error and control monitor also, because big population have a big error and very hard to control, very hard to get the responses from the all employees. And the when lists are the really, we don't have a exact list, we don't have an exact sampling frame. There is a distraction of the sampling unit. Maybe different sampling units. The sample data are sufficient to decision making. Very simple, just go for the sample used if in case of population is big. And here, the sampling process, how to choose the sample, how to choose the groups among the whole populations. There is a one process. Okay, let's discuss the process one by one. First step is identify the target population. The target population is, okay, who will respond to you? Suppose can be. In case of OPSI, we are going to measure the employees, and there is two types of employees. One belong with the administration, one belong with the academic. Academic mean the teachers, lecturers, doctors, professors, all belong with the academic. Okay, the other is the administration, like our office staff, even registrar office, vice chancellor office belong with the academic or belong with the administration staff. So you have to identify, you are going to get the whole employees, or maybe your target will be only academic. In your case, you will you will have the all employees. Then your target population will be also the whole. Okay, if you will only you will consider the academic staff, then your target population will be the academic. See here, in this case, the total population is the all employees of UPSI, but your research is related with the academic staff, then your target population will be the academic staff. And still you will choose the sample size, sample among the target populations. Understand? Hope you understand about, hope you have a better understanding about the difference between the population, the target population and the sampling. Okay, let's move further. The second step, sampling frame. See, I already earlier I told you sampling frame. If you have a sampling frame, mean if you have a detailed numbers of about population detail, how maybe you know the whole how many elements in the population, maybe 5,000 employees of the UPSI or every, and you also have the emails of all employees, and you also have a WhatsApp number or maybe the contact number of all employees, telephone number of employees, then you can say, okay, this is a probability sampling. Okay, this is our sampling frame. If you don't have a number, email address, each and everything, you cannot say this is your probability sampling. This will be your non-probability sampling. See here, let's cover the sampling frame, the list that record all population elements. Yeah, how many elements included in the populations. Okay, once the target population is chosen, sampling frame availability can be determined. Example, here, very simple. The sampling frame of the study that assesses UUM student satisfactions, because we are going to measure the student satisfaction in UUM. So you will, the population will be our all student of UUM. Here, the level would be list of the student provided registrar of UUM. If the population size of student is 20,000, the sampling frame should be 20,000 student names and contact list. See, names and the contact list, contact details. Then also your sampling frame will be 20,000. Okay, another more clarification. There are also times when the sampling frame is not available. It means sampling frame is not available means we don't have details about the elements of the population. Example, international tourists are the target population, but the sampling frame that consists of the names of all international tourists coming to Malaysia is highly confidential for the security reason and therefore not available to the researcher. So this kind of population will be the non-random population, and this one will be a random populations. Understand? See here. So the number 3 and 4, determine the sampling strategy. Sampling strategy means your population is random or the non-random. So sampling techniques divided in the two types, probability sampling and the non-probability sampling. Hope you understand about the probability, chance of occurrence. Chance of occurrence. This is the definition of probability. So see here, if your population have a sampling frame, then we can go for this kind of strategy, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you don't have a sampling frame, then you can go for these kind of convenience, judgmental, quota, and the snowball sampling. Okay, in the next lecture, we will cover about the sampling techniques, or we also can say sampling strategy. That's all for the 2-day lecture, by the way.